Derived from the Latin word for strength, this is Valencia, Spain's third largest city located on the banks of the Turia River. Its origins date back to the 2nd century BC, when Roman soldiers first settled here. But now Valencia is preparing to make modern-day history as the setting for the first match of the FIH Pro League era.
Have you ever wondered how the best did it? They never second-guessed, they didn't set limits. Are you a follower or a visionary? Can you handle the load that you were meant to carry? 'Cause we're on a mission, listen, it's beyond description. We don't want to fit in if we're living in a contradiction. We need a brand of passion that you can't imagine. Don't hesitate, rub the lamp a lot. It's just so incredible. Gotta have it, can't let it go. If you don't try, you'll never know that this is incredible.
Welcome to FIH Inside the D, your essential guide to all things hockey. For our opening show, we've come to Valencia, where Spain's men will take on the new world champions Belgium in the opening game of the FIH Pro League. We'll have more on this landmark event, plus all of this. A Spanish Inquisition.
I'm very fortunate to be here and playing as a captain as well.
Phone fun.
Let's have a look here. Here's a good one.
And brand new street skills. But first, we have to return to the climax of last season in India, where another piece of incredible history was made.
The Red Lions!
You could see the tears on the faces of the boys and on me also, so it was like amazing.
To be part of that side that's done that for a nation is really special.
Here come the teams contesting the very first match, Belgium and Canada.
It's always weird how a team progresses throughout a tournament like that. So the team that starts is not the team that finishes the tournament, so a lot of things happen.
We had a couple of issues within the group where we had to send John Domen back home because of sickness. We had Manu Stokbrooks who got injured. So it was pretty emotional, right, actually, both on and off the pitch.
Bone gets the touch and it runs in the back of the net.
For me, it was nice to get the opening goal of the World Cup as well.
It's all over. Belgium have the opening win.
The goal against India, I remember, in front of 16,000 people. My hands were a bit shaky.
And it's in. Kendricks puts it low past Srijesh.
So I was really happy it went in.
It's 2-2. It's a point apiece. Goal, Hendricks. Gunnar scores. And Hendricks finds the back of the net. Right part, 4-1 by Cedric Chalier. Belgium 5, South Africa 1.
It was the most important for us to get out of the pool.
We finished second in our pool, and then from there we had to play an extra game against Pakistan.
And Belgium have 5 goals, and we're going to be in the last 8.
And then we knew the quarterfinal was going to be the big game.
The moment we got to the knockout games, we played some of our best hockey I've seen us play.
And we played Germany, which was a really great game. They're certainly one of the teams that we thought would go a long way in the tournament.
In the end, when Tom Boon scored the winning goal, we were all really relieved.
Ball is in! Belgium are into the World Cup semi-finals.
It was amazing. We won against England in the semi-finals. No one was really like, yeah, we're in the final. We were just like, we need to win the cup. So everybody was pretty calm after the semi-final and really focused on the final.
We lost 2 finals before, and that day we said, okay, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, the final was a pretty tactical game. I think both teams defended really well. It was a close game with little opportunities. shootouts in the end. It's always a bit of a lottery, but I had a lot of confidence in our goalkeeper.
Vincent Van Asch, he's at the top of his game at the moment, and he was the first to recognise that, hey, we haven't won this yet.
When we came, I think, 2-0 behind, it's like, oh no, it's not going to be true. Another final, another loss.
And he just refocused, and I think that was really the winning of it for us.
Here is Thijs van Dijk, and he's missed. Van Dijk
At the end, we became world champion in shootout thriller, so that's perfect.
He's got one! He's missed! And Belgium are world champions! What a result for Belgium!
Yeah, we all dreamed of it, and it was our goal, but to reach it, it's amazing.
Best moment of my life till now as a hockey player, and I will remember that for life.
That result also took Belgium to the top of the world rankings, making them one of the favourites to become the first FIH Pro League champions. A brand new international tournament designed to take hockey to another level. Here's Andy to explain more.
The Pro League is made up of 17 teams, 8 men's and 9 women's, representing 10 nations in all.
You're going to see that speed, that pace, that aggression, that quality, that finesse, everything you will see in a game called hockey.
Each team in the league will play the other home and away in a round-robin format.
There will be home games, away games, over 6 months.
I think it's pretty cool for all the nations to have this one big game at home against every good nation.
I think hockey, especially in Great Britain, has just exploded. So I'm really personally looking forward to having sort of loads and loads of home games.
Between them, 128 home games will be played.
Having the possibility of playing hockey in Argentina again will make hockey keep on growing. Many young girls are still playing hockey, and this will keep encouraging people to join.
As an hockey athlete, you want to play on the highest level, and the Pro League is the highest level. So it will be a tough year with a lot of travelling, but yeah, I hope some fancy matches.
Pakistan's men had been due to take part, but were unable to play their opening matches and have now been withdrawn by the FIH for this season. Once these matches are completed, the top 4 teams in each league will go through to a grand final in the home of one of the great hockey nations, the Netherlands. This will be contested over the last weekend of June.
For the first time in international hockey, you will have prize money for people to be paid.
Finally, every athlete should feel that they can make a career out of this sport. That's very important.
Each match will be shown live, more than 450 broadcast hours.
Hockey fans watching hockey on TV can watch it for a week and then wait 6 months to the next tournament, and I think if they can see it week on week, that'll make a difference, and I think it will really get a lot of fans hooked to the sport.
With the latest technology and devices ensuring fans have an up-close and personal experience, whether they're at the game, watching from home, or anywhere in the world.
I'm hoping that hockey's going to be even more visible, and that's what we need, not just in our country, but throughout the world.
A new format, forging new rivalries to win a new title, all on a scale never seen before in the sport.
All of Australia, all of the world, we get to see bigger teams and more games, so it's really important that we get it off the ground well.
I'm really excited to get started. It's something so different, and you know, what better way to see the world than just getting around competing against the best nations in the world.
It promises to be a groundbreaking competition, taking hockey to new heights.
The first match sees Spain take on the new world champions, a big test for them after a difficult World Cup campaign.
But here come the Gladiators now out into the arena to a raucous reception.
For sure, for the crowd was amazing. For us, it was a little bit disappointing because I think we started good.
An opportunity, but they score! It's gone in! What a start for Spain!
We were ahead all the time, but they score at the end.
Goes to Payat. Oh, it's off the postman's stick and up into the goal. And Argentina are back in front.
couldn't at least get a draw, so yeah, a little bit disappointing now with the remember.
They're running out of time here in this angle shot. Oh, it's a singular miss, and it's all over. Oh my word, what an end that would have been.
We knew we had to win. There was no chance against France to get a draw because we know it was difficult then to get through the tournament.
There is the final hooter, and Spain and France cannot be separated. Spain won, France won.
Then you get draw, and then you get another against New Zealand.
Well, what a final match for Spain and New Zealand in this Pool A clash.
It was really bad. You have to close the page and to next think about the next game, and now it's a great tournament to start again. Very happy to start the Pro League in Valencia at home. I think it's important to see what will happen with the crowd, with the media, and the people get engaged with hockey again. So we expect great things for this tournament. Well, in Spain, Barcelona, Valencia and Madrid are the places where hockey is most followed. Many people play there. We have a good future. We have plenty of young players who are playing really good. And for myself, I think I'm very fortunate to be here and playing as a captain as well. And the team is hungry, so that's, I think, the most important thing.
Later on, we'll see how the hosts fared against Belgium. But next up is a brand new item that instantly brings you closer to the stars. We've asked some of the best known players to randomly go through their Instagram accounts and see what they find. Welcome to Instascroll.
Austin Smith, I play centre back and I'm from South Africa. Let's have a look here. Here's a good one. Yeah, this was almost the reason why I didn't make the World Cup. Broke my hand playing in the club league in the Netherlands. I just fell awkwardly during a game. I couldn't get my hand out on time, and as I fell, I've broken my right hand in a similar fashion, so I knew that moment, something wasn't right. Oh, here we go. That was a great memory of the first Hockey India League that I played with the Ranchi Rhinos, scoring a slip flick in the final to take the score to 1-1. I don't think I've ever played in such a boisterous crowd. It was incredible, and obviously to score in the final is always special. We went on to win the game. Yeah, that was really special. We were flying with KLM on our way to India actually a few years ago on the way to the Hockey India League. And Billy Bucker knew one of the air hostesses, so yeah, we didn't quite get a business class seat, but we at least got to lie up in the crew hold for a little while, so that was good. Here we are. This was back 2 years ago. My girlfriend and her two sisters came to South Africa for the first time, and obviously a trip to Cape Town wouldn't be the same without a trip to the Boulders Beach, where the local penguin colony live, and the fact that we got a snap with a local penguin was even better.
From special moments to special skills, backed by popular demand are the Team Street hockey players with a new set of tricks for you to try at home.
Hi, I'm Luke, and this trick is called the grip flip. Keep the ball up, throw it in the air, catch it with your left hand, flip it around the grip, and get it on your stick. That's it.
When we come back, testing Thomas.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Leading figures.
The way that we wanted to move forward was to share more responsibility throughout the group.
And the Pro League begins. You're watching Inside the D, which this week comes from Valencia, where Spain face Belgium to launch the new FIH Pro League. But before the world champions take on the hosts, it's time for their captain to face another tough test. Quickfire questions.
Run it. Thomas Brils, captain of Belgium.
What is your signature move?
Inside drag.
Greatest strength?
Combination play.
Greatest weakness?
Defense.
Best friend in the team?
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Felix.
Oh, whoever that hurt. Who is the biggest poser in the team?
Loic Lappard, for sure.
Who is the worst dancer?
That's me, for sure.
The best player you've ever played with?
Arthur van Dooyen.
The best player you've ever played against?
I have to say Arthur van Dooyen as well.
Do you have any party tricks?
The crab dance.
Can we get an example?
Are you kidding me? No.
If you weren't a hockey player, what would be your dream job?
Neurosurgeon.
And sum yourself up in 3 words.
Social, empathetic, and fun.
Okay, well, let's see how much fun Thomas has in the opening Pro League fixture as he leads out Belgium to take on Spain.
The first match in this 6-month-long event sees Spain take on the new world champions Belgium in Valencia. Oh, the deflection might work, and there is the opening goal! And it is Max Plenamo who has broken the deadlock. It's gone to Hendricks. Hendricks scores, and it is 2-0 to Belgium. And it is Kamada who picks up, looking for the deflection through the legs of Vincent Van Asch, and Spain have their reward. Gets them back in it with 2:25 remaining. Ball cross, Van Asch makes a save, it's there for Belgium. Gonzalez, it's in, it's gone in. Gonzalez has equalised in the final seconds. 10 seconds remaining, and Enrique Gonzalez has levelled it up. Well, we said we might have the grandstand finish, and they've absolutely delivered here, Spain. Leonard, yes he can. Neatly taken by Xavi Leonard, and it's Spain 1, Belgium 0. Here comes Iglesias. Iglesias, can he make it 2-0? He's got the long way round. Oh, he has got it. He's only just made it. Van Obel up against Cortez. Van Obel tries to turn Cortez. Cortez does brilliantly well. Yes, Cortez with the double save, and it's all over. Spain win in a shootout.
We had some difficulties in the beginning, and then I think second half we played really well. Created a lot of chances, and then in the end it was 2-0 with I think 3 minutes to go, and we gave it away. So that's a pity, and yeah, we need to do better. We're very happy playing like this at home. First game of the Pro League, and it's been amazing.
So, what a finish. Spain win the opening game of the new FIH Pro League. But with the games coming thick and fast, they next face a GB side with a trio of leaders.
After the Rio cycle, we had a bit of a sort of broader discussion on leadership, and the way that we wanted to move forward was to share more responsibility throughout the group. From that, we decided on co-captains. The players then voted. I was lucky enough to be one of the 3 people that were voted in as captains.
Obviously, it was a big honour to kind of captain England, Great Britain. I think as a player, it's something you don't set out to achieve. I'm one of the senior players now, so there's a responsibility there to make sure you kind of lead the line in what you should be doing, and also to help the new generation of players coming through.
We worked out that we can probably use the best qualities from all 3 of us, so luckily we're all 3 different personalities, so George is quite motivating, quite loud, quite in your face.
I'm more vocal, I'm not afraid to kind of challenge, if you like. Maybe a bit more old school in that, you know, centre half in football who kind of screams and shouts a bit more.
I've probably got a little bit more of a tactical brain in terms of sort of giving people advice on the pitch before games, about the opposition, about how we want to try and play.
I'm somewhere in the middle, trying to keep everyone happy, keep everyone on the same page.
One of the biggest things in our squad now is like the role social media plays, for example. Like, it's huge in the world, but it's an even bigger part of some of the younger guys' lives. Even stuff like the computer games they still play. So having someone younger involved as well in that leadership group, I think it works really, really well.
I think the fact that we're all a little bit different creates a good mix. Just flip a coin, see who goes first, and then rotate it from there.
We don't think I want this one or you want that one, it's just how it works out.
It works really nicely.
In a moment, we'll see how that and all of January's fixtures panned out, with the Women's League also starting. But first, here's your handy hockey tips in this week's masterclass.
Shot comes in and it's Leonard!
Hi everyone, I'm Xavi Leonard. I play for the Spanish national team and I will show you how to do the 3D dribble.
Look at that for one-handed skill. Leonard going all the way.
Step 1, lifting the ball. The first you have to do is be in a low position and put the stick under the ball. So that's going to be easier. You have to do only like this, you know? It's better if you roll the ball to you, get closer and then lift it up. It's always easy if you get close the ball. Step 2, switching the direction. Okay, when the ball is already in the air, the only thing you have to do is change the direction, and you can do it with your forehand or with your backhand. So, when the ball is in the air, you have to change the direction. That's how you move your defender and when you can start the 1 versus 1. Step 3, acceleration. During the acceleration, the important thing is to touch the ball just after the bounce and then do some body fakes to make the defender doubt. If you go well, you will be already in the circle, so you can finish the action and celebrate with your teammates.
Leonard, wonderful skill, look at that, magnificent.
And that's how to do the 3D dribble.
Let's now check out the rest of January's Pro League matches. Here's Andy with a roundup of the action.
5 more matches in the month began with Spain racing into an early 4-1 lead against Great Britain. Albert Beltran completing a 3-goal blitz in a 4-minute spell. But after GB pulled one back before half-time, they followed that with 3 more themselves, including a superb finish by captain Phil Roper to turn the tie on its head. David Condon looked to have made the result safe with 3 minutes to go, but Alvarez Iglesias ensured this one would go right to the wire, GB holding out for the win. In Cordoba, Carla Rebecki returned to international duty after a 2-year absence, with a player of the match performance for Argentina against Belgium. Rebecki set up Julieta Yancunas for the opening goal after 12 minutes, Agustina Habif making the point safe in the 3rd period. The men's clash saw the Olympic champions up against the world champions, with Tom Boone giving Belgium the upper hand. Lucas Villa's equaliser made it all square by half-time, but 3 more goals from the visitors, including a second for Boone, meant the home side's late goal was a mere consolation. 6 goals in that match were followed by 7 the next day in Auckland, as New Zealand and the Netherlands played out another topsy-turvy tie. Jonas de Gois scored the pick of the early strikes as the visitors raced into a 3-0 lead. But 3 replies in the second quarter from the Black Sticks, completed by Russell Kane, brought the match level, only for Thierry Brinkman's second of the game, proving enough to secure a Dutch win. And just 1 goal proved enough to decide the second match that day and ensure a double win for the Dutch. Marcia Krekelaar with the decisive finish in the 3rd quarter to ensure the Women's World Champions began their Pro League campaign with a win. So after just 2 fixtures, the Netherlands and Argentina are joint top of the Women's Pro League table at the end of January. For the men, it's Great Britain and the Netherlands, who lead by virtue of their 100% records. Away from the Pro League, there's been plenty going on, including an action plan put in place by the FIH, aimed at uniting North and South Korea for future FIH events. This could include the Olympic qualification process for Tokyo 2020. Over on Instagram, there's confirmation of the shortlist for the 2018 Player of the Year nominations. Voting is now closed, so stay tuned for the announcement of the winners soon. Proving that hockey is not just for two-legged players, how about this to test your ball skills against a tricky opponent? And don't forget, you can keep up to date with all of the action from the Pro League and around the world by going to FIH Live.
So that's it from Valencia, where the Pro League is well and truly underway. Next time, we head to Oceania, where the tournament travels to the Southern Hemisphere. We'll see you then.